Hi folks. Well, this is the 2016 Honda HRV. Now this is the EX version, EX model, which is going to include side camera. It has a big screen in the center, and it has automatic temperature control and a couple other nice things too that the LX doesn't have, which is the base model. But what I really like that this car has is the paddle shifters. Now, before I talk about that, my first impressions of this car is when you sit in it, it doesn't feel Honda. It feels different. It's not typical Honda. It's still a Honda, and you know you're driving a Honda, but it's designed differently. It has a very good seating position. It's actually a very nice driving position, like a driver's car, and it's very impressive. Now, I really like that. Now, it drives pretty good. It's very smooth, and well, you know, this car, the reason Honda came out with the HRV is because they needed something to replace the CRV segment that CRV used to have. When CRV came out for the first time, it was about this size of a car. And then as time went on, CRV grew, and then it kind of left the segment that this one is now filling. And nice thing about it though, it's a very nice driver car. The seats are comfortable, the instruments are right there, you can see them real good. Visibility is very good, and has automatic climate control, and you just dial in your temperature, it maintains it. And it's a really nice driver. It's really nice. Now what I like about it also is, well, a couple things. I mean, I like the paddle shifters, but the reason I like them is because, well, there's been a lot of complaints that the car doesn't have much power on the highway. And, well, you know, that's true. But it can still get out of its own way. It's not going to be bogged down like some other cars. However, that being said, Honda was smart enough for this model to install paddle shifters. So what that means is if you get tired and bored, or if you need a little extra power, you can use the paddle shifters. Now, you can mash the pedal with most transmissions. It's an automatic CVT. You can mash the pedal and go, right? However, if you put it in sport and then you manually go through the gears, it does give you a little extra oomph. Right around 4,000 RPM is where you can really feel the horsepower and torque take over. Now, interesting, I would mash the pedal in automatic, and with automatic it doesn't really let the car go to that RPM range where you can really feel that power. So with the paddle shifters, it really wakes it up. It really says, oh, okay, there's some power. Now, really to feel that power, you really need to get one with the paddle shifters. If it's the automatic, it's really nice, it's going to be just fine. But if you want to have a little more fun factor with the car, feel like you've got a little more power where you need it, I'd say go for the paddle shifters, which is on the EX model. And one thing too, also, if you forget to shift, it'll shift for you. So it'll sense whether it's going to go in the red range of the RPM. It'll shift for you. And if you forget to downshift, come into a stop, it'll also shift for you. And then, but it'll still stay in manual mode, so you can go through the shifters. And you know, I really think that the paddle shifters is the saving grace for this car. Without them, you know, it's still good, it's still comfortable driving around town and on the highway, but with those paddle shifters, it really makes a big difference whether you decide to get one or not, at least in my opinion, whether I would do it or not. And but you know what, it's still a comfortable car. If you take this car and you take a road trip in it, you're going to get there, you're going to feel refreshed. It doesn't feel like it's a small, bumpy car. It feels like it's a smaller car, looks like it's a smaller car, but it's comfortable like a bigger car. I think sometimes, you know, some cars, they feel like small cars and they look like small cars, they handle like small cars. Some, you know, they handle like big cars, but this one, It's comfortable like a big car, not necessarily feels like a big car, but it's comfortable like one. So I think this is a good choice for a road trip car. Just remember that you want to get the paddle shifters. All the other amenities are here. I mean, it's got everything. It's got the side camera, has rear view camera, Bluetooth. Instruments are beautiful. It feels like a driver's car when you're sitting in the seat. It feels really good. Well, thanks a lot for joining me, and stay tuned for more reviews, and please subscribe, and please take a look at our Patreon site and support us if you can. And thanks so much. We'll see you down the road.